Alright guys, coming at you again today. I want to show you how I set up my drop shot for giant smallmouth bass. It's all coming up. Alright, we're going to start with the rod. So dive in here. We got the favorite JackHammer. That's the 7.4 medium heavy moderate action. So it's a pretty soft rod, even though it's a medium heavy power. It allows you to really load up well on that drop shot. And very important right here is the hook keeper, which actually ends up being a weight keeper. Once I rig it up, I'll show you, but that's very important to keep your drop shot nice and neat while it's rigged up on your rod, not tangling, your weight's not dangling everywhere. So this is very key to clip your weight on there to keep the drop shot rigged up nice and neat. So I got a Shimano Stradic. I love these reels. It's a 2500. I got 20-pound braid on there, so I got that spooled up now. And now I got to tie a leader on there. So for leader, I'm a big Seaguar guy. I like this Tatsu. I'm gonna go with 8-pound. I'm fishing here in the St. Lawrence, so the water's pretty clear, but there's also a good bit of current, so I don't think they get a good look at it. So that's why I'm gonna go with 8 rather than 6. I'll use anywhere from 6 to 12 pound on my drop shot, depending on the situation, but right now I'm going with 8. So now I'm going to tie what's called the Alberto knot to connect my braid to my fluorocarbon. So if you don't know how to do that, I made a previous video on that, but I'm going to tie one real quick here. You can follow along and learn how to do the Alberto knot. That's the great knot to connect your braid to your fluorocarbon. Super easy, super quick, and it'll last you all day. So let's get that done. All right, we got our fluorocarbon connected now. I like to wind this knot. I like to do, I don't know, about a 10-foot leader or so, maybe 12 foot. I like to keep the knot not in the reel, but somewhere close to the reel there, all the way down through the guides. So we're gonna cut this off now, and we're ready to rig up a hook and weight and go catch some giant smallmouth. All right, we got our rod, reel, and line rigged up. Now we need a good hook. This Trokar has this TK 150. It is the perfect drop shot hook. It's got the right shape. It stands up well on the line, stands straight out. I like the number 1 size, especially for these big smallmouth. You know, I'll drop down to a 2 in certain situations if I was fishing for a little bit smaller fish, or even up to a 1/0 or 2/0 if I was fishing for big largemouth out, you know, on a ledge somewhere or something. So I'm choosing the number 1 this week for big smallmouth. So we're gonna tie that one on right now. Okay, this is very important when you're rigging up a drop shot. You gotta take the line and run it down through the hook. You want the hook point facing up all the time. Okay, so you're going to run your tag end, pull it down through a little bit, then run back through the eye to create a loop. And then with that loop, you're going to tie your standard Palomar knot. Just make a overhand knot and then run the hook over it. Okay. Wet that a little bit and pull that tight. Okay, there's your Palomar knot. Now you're going to take your tag end with the hook point facing up again and run the tag end back down through the eye. And what that does is allows that hook to stand up perfectly, just like that. So that when a fish bites that, he's getting hooked in the roof of the mouth every time, just like that. Now we got our hook tied on. We need a good weight. I like to use these EcoPro Tungsten full contact drop shot weights. I'm fishing fairly deep today, so I'm going with a 1/2 ounce. You know, you can change up the size of weight to your liking, but I'm going deep here, so I want a 1/2 ounce. They got these nice line grip swivels in there, so you just put your line through there and pull up a little bit and it grips it. And then I like to tie an overhand knot just to make sure. We'll do 2 of them. These weights are pricey, so you don't want to lose weights. So you just tie an overhand knot there, and now you're ready to go. There's your drop shot rig, rigged up and ready to roll. Well, we got our hook, weight, rod, reel, all that rigged up now. Well, now we need a bait. So let's dig in here to the Googan drag and drop. Today we're going to be trying to imitate gobies, so I am going to go with the green pumpkin pearl drag and drop. As I said earlier, it's very important to have this line clip here. See, it allows you to keep your rig nice and neat, rigged up on your rod. So once you're rigging your bait, we got our drag and drop here. I'm going to take the flat side, which would be the bottom, and you just want to barely nose hook that thing, just like that. That allows the most action out of that bait, and no matter what, if a fish bites that, he's getting that Trokar hook point in the face right there. So there you go, guys. That's a quick rundown on how to rig up a drop shot. Let's see if we can't catch a couple bass on it now. We got ourselves a bass. Just like that, guys. Trokar to the face. And that's how you do it. That's how you catch giant smallmouth on a drop shot. Rig it up just like that. And there you go.